It's your boy Sweb here, back with another video. And I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, because I know I am. And basically, this is just about the time I got robbed. Me and my friends, I should clarify. But yeah. So I hope you guys do enjoy. If you do enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe. If you don't, you can leave a dislike and hate comment. But if you do that, then you are a vegan who likes getting, I don't know, gangbanged by 3 dolphins.
The truth.
So this all takes place in 8th or 9th grade. I'm pretty sure it's 9th grade, but I can't remember. So it's me, my friend Sam, and then 2 of my other friends. I'm just gonna make them random names because one of them I don't talk to, and the other, we found out he was doing some pretty weird shit, and we kind of exposed him for it because it was pretty fucked up, to say the least. I might make a story time on that later, but we're just gonna say Joey and Tony. Me and my boys, we were dumb and bored, and we were like, yo, let's try shrooms, as if we're fucking built for that shit. But we were hearing these older people talk, and we're like, yo, that sounds cool, let's do it. And we had 0 plugs, obviously, because we were kind of like, we were skaters, but we didn't really do that much, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so the next day, Friday, rolls around, and we kind of just ask around the school, you know, because we had 0 plugs, obviously, and we're just going around, and we find this one dude named Terry. My friend Joey, he had a class with him, and he asked him basically like, yo, do you know anybody who can get us stuff? And he was like, Terry was like, what exactly are you looking for? And he tells him like, oh, shrooms. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know a guy. And he basically gives us a location to be at like 9 p.m. that day, and tells us this kid named Ashton's gonna pull up in this van. Now, he didn't tell us what the van looked like, but fast forward, this crusty ass white van pulls up. I mean, that shit was rusted, dude. And it looked like it's driven by a Craigslist predator, pretty much. And out comes this kid we kinda knew. He was just like, we've seen him around the skate park, but he never skated. He was kind of like emo-ish, but yeah. And he looked like he was probably 2 years older than us, 15 or 16, and he definitely looked like the kid who failed PE twice, because he was out of shape, I'm not gonna lie. And so we get in, kind of dumb, I will admit, and there's these 2 bigger guys in the front, which I think they were probably his older brothers, because they looked like they were 17 or 18. And they definitely looked like the kind of inbreds who bit people for fun. I'm sorry if I'm calling them inbred, but they looked a little slow. This is probably, you know, me just being mean and being like, oh yeah, these guys, because they robbed us. I mean, of course I'm gonna be mean. But so we get in, the kid's like, he's like, let me see the money, and we pull it out thinking nothing of it. We think it's a fair trade, and we hand it over like it's Pokemon cards or some shit. And this guy's like being so extra with the money. He's like pulling the money, and he's like sniffing it, looking at it like under light. But you get his flashlight on his phone and like putting it under the money, over the money, to see like if it's fake or some shit. It's probably about $80 or something. And he's like just individually taking time looking at it. And it took him like 4 minutes. And he pockets it. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? That's what I'm thinking. I didn't say anything because, you know, I'm not a dumbass. But my friend Tony, yeah, because the kid wanted me and Tony to go in. That's what it was. It was Tony. He was like, yo, where's our shrooms, man? And he's like, get the fuck out. And he's like, no, not without the shrooms. And he's like, get the fuck out before I beat the hell out of you. And I'm like, yo, let's get out. Tony's like, no, man. And the other 2 guys in the front, like, I would get out. I've never exited a vehicle faster in my life. And then, because I kind of had to pull Tony out. Tony was pissed. He was the most pissed out of all of us. Because, I mean, he did pony up like $5 extra more than the rest of us. But still, you shouldn't be that mad, dude. My stepdad has always told me, like, if you get robbed, if you're getting robbed, just give them what they're asking for. Because it gets, like, it's way easier. They peel off like their dad getting milk. But karma's real. And if it's not, well, I definitely made it real. So we went to the mall, and this was the next day. It was probably like 2 p.m. or something. And we're just like walking through the food court. And we see them. We see Ashton, I think that's what I named him, Ashton. He leaves his bag on the table, and he goes to like to like Popeyes or some shit to get something, and I'm like, yo, he left his bag. I don't know how my friends convinced me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the like most intelligent, but like I don't know how they convinced me to do this. And because this idiot Ashton left his bag on the table while he went to get food, I snuck over like I was Sly Cooper, right? Because I did play like a lot of Sly Cooper at that time. So I snuck over like I was Sly Cooper, unzipped this dude's bag, and boom. He spent most of the money, but it was $37, so I took that shit. A couple coins, I took that, and a Ziploc bag full of like these dried shrooms. And they look like dehydrated sadness, basically. And as I'm reaching for something else that I saw in there, I just hear, hey, stop that. And I'm like, I look back, I'm like, oh shit. And I just grabbed whatever it was. At the time, I thought it was like probably like a half-eaten granola bar or some shit. And I start running. And but me and my friends, we're all running through the mall. And so Ashton and his two Giga Chad looking brothers, or I should call them inbred looking brothers, start chasing us through the entire mall like it's some fucking Scooby-Doo chase scene. Except I'm not the one with the dog, they are. And we run this, we've run past Hot Topic, and then we're running past Spencer's. And the reason why I remember Spencer's vividly is because it's right next to Dave & Buster's. And as we're running past Spencer's, we run into the Dave & Buster's, and we're like, oh my god, they're so close. And as we run out the door, we run into somebody, and I don't know how, like what, like kind of odds or luck I had that day, but it was Sam's older cousin. I was like, oh my god, thank you. Bro, we were pleading like, bro, please let us in your truck. They're gonna kill us, man. And we're pointing back behind us, and Sam's older cousin is like, he sees these three guys chasing us, and like, oh shit, okay, yeah. And then we start running to the truck, and he starts to, and because he's faster than us, he used to run track in high school, and he's already at the truck, and we're running, and we're kind of exhausted, but we jump into the back, and he starts it, or well, he already had it started, but we're jumping into the back like it's some movie scene, and we sped off. I don't know what the hell sped is, but as we sped off, I swear, these dudes were still chasing us like it's some Fast and Furious Small Madness edition. They're still chasing us, and they're like, please man, stop. And we got out of there, and I'm looking at what we grabbed, because I remember the shrooms and the money. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna give up the money between us four. And then I see I didn't grab a half-eaten granola bar. I grabbed a bottle full of pills. I don't know what he was selling, but there was no label on them. And I'm like, oh my god, we got pills, guys. We need to do something about this. This is actually gonna lead into storytime 2, or the part 2 of this, if you guys want to know. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Ashton does get his get back, because I don't do pills. So yeah, and yeah, like again, that's not even the end of this story, because we did see him again. We saw him probably like 2 more times, but but this time they weren't the ones laughing, we were. If you guys do want a part 2, I don't know, subscribe, like the video and stuff, and I got you. But until then, that's gonna be it for this video, and peace.